how to win at the game of life. We are going to talk through what do you need to do to make that happen.
When we can live life on our terms, on a holistic level, taking into account not just our business lives, but also our health, all of our relationships, from friends, family, partners, the world changes.
All right. So when it comes to this game of life, defining what success is and how do you win at it, well, that's something I've actually written a book on, Life on Your Terms. How do you do that? And the first step, we're going to go through 5 steps, but the first step is understand that you can completely redefine the rules. Most of us are living within the parameters of what other people expect. What is it that the wine commercials or the social media highlight reels or even the scarcity mindsets of our parents or peers are defining as success? And when we are trying to live by somebody else's terms, unfortunately, we are never going to win. But when you choose to say, hey, I don't care. I'm gonna completely put it on its ear. I'm gonna do things differently. I'm gonna define what success looks like for me. Then you begin to win. All right, second step is look at your life on a holistic level. And what I mean by that is when we talk about winning the game of life, it's not just financial. And don't get me wrong, I love financial. Financial is important. I love having multiple homes and BMWs and all that. It's cool, but it's not the only way. It's also going to involve your health, your physical, your mental, your spiritual. It's going to involve your relationships. You know, your personal, your spousal or partner, family and friends. And it's going to include, you have to have those resources as well. How are you managing your time, your talent, your treasure? But when you choose to look at everything on a holistic level, it allows you to redefine what that success metric is and in different ways. This is an area where I think in a lot of ways, as an older person, I'm in my 50s, I was brought up with the idea that success was based around titles, accolades, and money. And I don't think that's the only way to look at it. I think a lot of the younger Gen Zs and millennials are looking at things in the right way, focused more on relationships and their partners and friends and quality of time and meaning. And I think that either one of those alone, either side, isn't really fit. But when you look at everything on a holistic level and you integrate that, that gives you the first step in figuring out what success is. So A, we redefine it and realize that we can break the rules and set it all up the way we want. Then B, start to go through and define what success is. Now, if you like, you can go to our website at lifeon-yourterms.com. And about halfway down the page, there's a tool, free, doesn't cost you anything, no expectations on that. You go through and it takes about 6 minutes, gives you immediate results, and it'll help you start to define where you are today. Now, once you understand that, once you've been able to assess and stabilize, start to figure out where you are, then you're going to be able to start transitioning and learn and ways to start dreaming big. Once you start to figure out, all right, here's where I am, now where do I want to go? To win the game of life, you have to transition from a reactive state to a proactive state. And you have to define where you're going. Most of us go through life just reacting, going this, then that, and we just sort of bounce back and forth. But when you can define, no, that's where I want to go, and whatever that is for you, then when you start to do that, that's one of the biggest steps. And in the course, we actually have courses at lifeon-yourterms.com. You can check those out. You're welcome to go. But once you start dreaming, dream big, be audaciously. There's a great quote from Henry Ford that says, whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, you're right. As somebody who's got prosthetic hip and knee, who's actually done ultra marathons, who lives high up in the mountains, and I work with people all over the world, and I make 7 figures, it's ridiculous. But it's done with intention, and how do you build that? Now, once you start defining where it is, you don't just sit back and go, oh God, I hope this works out well. Probably won't. But if you have that clarity of where you want to go, then there's ways that you can start to very strategically and intentionally build a plan. And then once you build that plan, how is it that you stay focused on it, but you hold yourself accountable with ruthless but consistent and compassionate accountability? When you start to do those things all together, when you come back and understand that, hey, you can redefine the rules, that you have the ability to look at your life in a holistic level and redefine what success is, but on your terms. You start dreaming and dream huge, be audacious. Build that plan so that you can go out and achieve it, and then hold yourself ruthlessly and compassionately accountable. you begin to win the game of life. If you found any value in this, hey, check out, we've got a bunch of other videos. Please subscribe. And if you have questions, you're always welcome to reach out or go to lifeon-yourterms.com. Thank you. Keep smiling.